Welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbao. Now, tonight, the Ghana Volleyball Association has distanced themselves from comments made by one of the team members on the Ghana Volleyball team, Seydou Ajanako, following Ghana's defeat to Morocco in the ongoing African Games. Now, Ghana lost to Morocco in 2 straight sets in the quarterfinals of the men's beach volleyball event on Wednesday morning, resulting in the elimination from the competition. Now, prior to the clash against the North Africans, Ghana had won their first 4 games of the event since the start of the competition. And one of Ghana's players, Seydou Ajanako, complained about the team not receiving protective socks for the games, which have left them with blisters. Now, the Volleyball Association have since denied those claims, insisting that Ghana lost to Morocco because purely based on performance and not because of the lack of protective socks. First of all, let's hear from Seydou Ajanako, and then we'll bring you that press statement from the Volleyball Association.
You know, all our toes are full of blisters because of the heat of the sun. We didn't get all these things, you know, so that can also affect you.
You didn't get what?
The sun socks. Okay. Yes. And then also in camp, right, in the village, every treatments are going on all right, but that should have been before. During our preparation, we should have a massage therapist, nutritionist, and the others. It's all departments that come together to give the result. Yes. So we lacked some few things.
What explanation? Is it just the sun socks you did not have? That you did not get?
Sun socks, well, they gave us goggles.
I'm talking about the same items that you needed that were not provided. Is it just the sun socks?
Yes, just the sun socks. Yes.
What explanation was given for that?
I think that there's a shipment coming, and I don't know, it's delayed. Yes.
There was this comment that the Ghana Volleyball Association deemed unfounded, as made by one of the members of the team playing for Ghana in the beach volleyball. And that's a statement. Let's just bring you the statement from the Ghana Volleyball Association. And they say, rejoinder on the reason for Ghana's national beach volleyball team defeat to Morocco. And the statement says it has come to the notice of the executive board of the Ghana Volleyball Association, GVA, regarding a reportage by Joy Sports and a comment made by a player of the national beach team, Seydou Ajanako, which has since gone viral and seeks to attribute the reason for Ghana's defeat to their Moroccan counterpart, to the fact that the team Ghana failed to use protective socks for the match due to delay in the shipment of the socks from overseas. Now, the GVA, by this communique, wishes to officially distance itself from the said comment, as it is worth mentioning that prior to the team's encounter with Morocco, they had already been able to beat 4 countries, namely Togo, Benin, Senegal, and Algeria, without the use of any protective socks. And so the association will in no way want the reason for our defeat to Morocco be attributed to the unavailability of socks as given by the player. Additionally, the association wishes to state on record that our national beach volleyball team lost to the Moroccans, who appeared to be an equally good side, and by this release congratulates them on their performance in the said match. Lastly, we will also use this medium to humbly plead with all stakeholders of the sport and the general public to fully disregard the said comment by the player, since it can clearly be observed by all. The majority of the players from the other participating countries have also had no protective socks on for all their matches at the ongoing games at the Laboma Beach. Thank you, signed and issued by Al Hassan Suleiman, Secretary General for the Ghana Volleyball Authority Association, for and on behalf of the GVA Executive Board. So that's a statement coming in from the Ghana Volleyball Association relative to the comment made by one of the members of Team Ghana, who complained that the unavailability of socks contributed to the elimination in the quarterfinals of the volleyball. My colleague Victor Achutamaklo was the one who spoke to the player, and he's been keeping tabs on this development, and he joins me on phone for some bit of background to this. Actually, why do you actually? I hope you are on the line at the moment.
Yes, I'm here.
Great. Now, just help us appreciate why you believe the Volleyball Association have found the need to respond to one of their very own player who raised concern about the unavailability of adequate logistics to help the team at least advance further in the competition. Why do you think the association seem to be throwing their player under the bus?
Well, I think it goes without saying that while the comments made by, and it has to be said that those were comments made by two of the players, Seydou Ajanako, who they referenced in that letter, but also Corporal Julianai, who I spoke to in a separate interview with Joy Sports, basically reiterated and corroborated the account of Seydou Ajanako. So while those accounts are true in terms of the blisters that they had suffered, because at no point in that release by the association did they deny that the players indeed had suffered blisters. At no point did they also deny that they did not provide a protective socks. At no point did they also deny that they had indeed told the players that the shipments containing their apparels and other equipment were on the high seas coming. While all of that was true, the other issue is that, or the main issue for which reason they had to respond to this, was the fact that the content of that interview was quite damaging and reflected poorly on the association. And so I think it is very much within their right to speak to these issues. Yeah, what I did not expect, however, was the fact that they would throw Seydou Ajanako under the bus and essentially make no effort to address the pertinent issues that he raised in that interview. Not just him, but as I stated earlier, Corporal Ayi as well.
Interesting. Well, so is it the case that as far as Ghana's, appearance in the volleyball is concerned, is it completely over at the moment, Achu?
It is. So we lost both quarterfinal ties. The men lost to Morocco by 2 straight sets, and the ladies also lost to Africa's #1 ranked team, Mozambique, by 2 straight sets, who, by the way, were wearing the protective sandals. Now, what the association failed to respond to was the fact that for all 4 days that we have competed at the Laboma Beach, the officials of the game requested for a mechanism to reduce the temperature of the sand. And so those who were there would realize that at different points on Sunday, on Monday, on Tuesday, individuals who were, I think, support service staff stationed there brought watering cans to pour water on the sand to reduce the temperature. But that was not working because the intensity of the sun was so much so that within minutes the water would evaporate, and then they would have to come and pour fresh water on it again.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, once the water kept piling up, what happened was that the sand started becoming compact, and so at the point the officials had to stop them from doing that. So those were the conditions within which they played.
So it was.
Did other teams not have protected sand? Yes, it is true that some of them did not play with the protected sand, but Mozambique has a protected sand. There were other teams who came with a protected sand. I don't think that there was any player who said that they were comfortable playing in the conditions that they competed for. Look, the reality is that Seydou Ajanako has been playing for Ghana since 2007. 3 years from now, he would have marked 20 years of active service to the country. If he tells you that the playing conditions would be such that we needed protective sandals, then it was true. In fact, if the idea of having protective sandals was nonsense, the Ghana Volleyball Association would not have agreed and written letters to the sports ministry to add that as part of the items that they needed for the competition. They would have simply told the players that we don't need it. But they agreed, and when the players requested for them the day before the tournament, they told the players that these items you've asked for are overseas. So what we're seeing now is just a case of a drowning man clutching at straws.
Well, thank you very much. We have to leave it there. And that's Victor Chimatamakola, my colleague, who's been following the Ghana volleyball team in the African Games. Well, let's turn to cricket now, because Zimbabwe did emerge as the inaugural champions of the T20 Women Cricket Tournament in the African Games after defeating South Africa in the finals at the Echimoto Cricket Oval. Now, Nigeria, who also came into the tournament as the lowest ranked side, also overpowered Uganda to clinch the bronze medal. And we've got a wrap for you from the grounds.
An edition of the Women's T20 cricket event in the African Games has finally come to an end. And, well, it ended all here at the Chimoto Cricket Oval with Nigeria, the very unfancy side. They came into this competition as the lowest ranked side, made it to the semi-finals, but got beaten by Zimbabwe. Lived to fight another day for the bronze medal against Uganda. They triumphed, and it was celebration galore. Now, the big contest was between the first ranked African team and the second. I'm talking about South Africa and Zimbabwe. They are the finest cricketers on the continent, and they had to contest for the gold medal after over 2 hours of quality cricket. It was South Africa who lost to Zimbabwe, and Zimbabwe managed to clinch the first ever gold medal in the Women's T20 cricket event in the African Games. It is historic for them, and guess what? They won it in Super Over. That is exceptional when it comes to cricket, and it's been excitement galore. I got to speak to the coach of the Zimbabwe national team, and she says it has been training upon training, and they're excited about the future that holds for Zimbabwe women cricket.
This just to boost us our morale as we go to the qualifiers.
Amazing. How were you able to get this team to beat the #1 ranked team on the continent?
So we just told them, no, go and play your game. So that's exactly what they did.
What has been working for Zimbabwe women's cricket?
No, just taking each ball at a time. Simple as that. Playing simple cricket, basic.
What does the future hold for you now?
We hope to get there finally. We hope to qualify for the World Cup.
Amazing. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
So we've got for you here from the Achimota Cricket Grounds. Up next is the men's category, starting on Sunday. And of course, Team Ghana will be in action, and we will be here to bring you all the updates. Reporting from the Achimota Cricket Grounds, Zach Musbao for Joy Sports.
We're still here in the studio anyway, but the Black Bombers will begin their campaign in the African Games tomorrow with the hope of increasing Ghana's medal haul. Now, the sport is among the few disciplines the country is counting on to produce some medals in the African Games. Now, my colleague Natana Lato is one person who's been following the team, its preparation and the like, will join me on phone for some preview to their performance in the African Games. But before that, let's hear from the coach of the Black Bombers, Ofori Asare, who says Ghana will not be pushovers in this competition.
Grounds, we know we have boxers who can make it, but they are not going to fight any pushovers. We know the very good boxing nations are also coming: Egypt, Algeria, Tunisia, Nigeria, Cameroon. All of them are coming. But we are going to assure Ghanaians that we are going to compete, because this time it is at our shore. And so we are not going to relax. We are going to put in our all. And one aspect that we think of is we are willing and wishing that we'll be able to get good at this tournament and any other medal as well. But we are not going to say it's going to be easy. It's going to be tough.
Finally, the sports ministry has set medal targets. They and the LOC, they said they wanted Ghana to finish in the top 5 of the medal table. At the last African Games, the 5th place team, I believe, had 125 medals. We had 25 medals from the last African Games, I believe. There's a deficit of, I think, about 100 that we have to make up for. Just in terms of numbers, what is the contribution we should expect from boxing in terms of numbers?
Well, last African Games, we had only 1 medal because things wasn't well for us. Nothing is impossible. When you look at the team that we put across at Morocco, is different from the team that we have now. Most of the team that we put at Morocco were new boxers, but this time we have boxers who have been exposed already, and they have seen the level. We have Commonwealth bronze medalists in the team. We have Commonwealth bronze and silver medalists in the team, and so I believe even Olympian, a boxer who saved the whole show for Africa, is also in the team. And so we are not pushovers, like I said, but there are others also who have prepared. So we need the support. We need both moral and spiritual and whatever support, psychological support. Everybody should come and support the team for this cause, because we need to make a mark. Nothing is impossible.
Well, so you just want to make your way to the Bukom Boxing Arena to watch the Black Bombers as they begin their campaign with the hope of clinching gold medal. But let's just switch now to some judo, because South Africa's Yasmin Martin clinched gold in the women's 57 kg limit event in judo after a sterling performance. She overpowered Cote d'Ivoire's Zulheila Abzeta to win the much coveted gold in the event at the Trust Sports Emporium. Now, my colleague Natana Lato caught up with her after the presentation, and she says she is turning an attention to qualifying for the Olympics now.
I do remember that your final was a very, very tough one. Your opponent was also very tough.
Yes. I know her for quite a while now. We fought in the past. It was the hardest fight today, and it was good. Yeah.
Great stuff. What has been your fight strategy throughout this tournament to get you up to this point?
I think mainly has been mentally. Like I've been trying to stay more focused. I normally get so nervous, so I just try to stay in the moment and enjoy every single moment of it. Yeah.
Great stuff there. Tell me about the journey from here. After this gold medal, what you want to do next?
So I have Antalya Grand Prix coming up, and it's in 2 weeks. It's an Olympic qualification tournament. So obviously I'm hoping to qualify for the Olympics. That's my main goal.
Great stuff there. And then what about the general organization, the competition, and Ghana? This is your first time in Ghana?
Yes, first time in Ghana, yeah. First time, well, so far I'm enjoying it. Apart from the heat, it's very, very hot. But apart from that, it's really nice country, yes. Yeah.
Great stuff there. Congratulations to you. And finally to all other aspiring judokas coming up, especially girls who want to go into judo. What will be your message of motivation for them?
Yes,
just in case they're having any doubts.
Yeah, never to give up and to just enjoy the moment and the journey, because it's a long one, it's a hard one, but if you enjoy it, it makes it so much better. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jasmine, and congratulations. We're wishing you well for the Olympics as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. There it is, Jasmine, the winner of the under 57 category for judo at the 13th edition of the African Games. More on the coverage of Joy Sports here from the games, and of course we're going to be bringing you some more conversations with the champions right here. Nathaniel Atto for Joy Sports.
Yep, so that's Nathaniel Atto there, and of course Trust Joy Sports to bring you more. We're going to bring you more update from the boxing contest that will start tomorrow, and more from the cricket that continues on Sunday, and of course even more from the athletics that starts on Monday. And just some bit of update from the Europa knockout stage games happening. West Ham are cruising to the next stage. Mohamed Kudus scored twice for West Ham. So at the time we're coming here, it was 5 goals to 0 against Freiburg there. And wait to see what happens. Antoine Semenyo has also impressed in the English Premier League for his side, Bournemouth, scoring in their 4-3 win over Luton Town. So getting players doing very well. And so on that note, that we draw the curtains on tonight's edition of Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbah. Thank you for being part of it.